There are fighters who win with their head, others with their heart. Mona Kimura wins with her legs. And those legs have knocked down everyone who has dared to underestimate her. Four fights, 4 victories. 4 opponents who learned the hard way that the cute girl from Japanese anime is the most dangerous thing in women's kickboxing today. Mona Kimura was born on April 12, 2001 in Misuojifu, Japan. A quiet city, not exactly known for producing knockout specialists, but Mona started training in karate at just 4 years old. Her parents made her stand on one leg for long periods of time. While other children played with toys, little Mona was developing extraordinary balance and leg strength. That same balance on one leg that now seems so natural in the ring. She went on to win the All Japan Junior Karate Championship 7 times in a row. At just 10 years old, she entered the world of boxing, developing her punches until they became a weapon in their own right. At 18, the future Chun was already a 3-time Japanese women's champion. But then, surprisingly, Mona Kimura left boxing and switched to professional kickboxing. Mona made her professional debut on November 16, 2024 against Ayo Gawara, an experienced Japanese fighter determined to take down the rookie boxing champion. Mona opens the fight with precise jabs and smooth movements, then throws her first big kick. But Gawara reads her perfectly and makes her pay for it. Taking advantage of his superior reach and speed in his strikes, Kimura immediately began to take control. Gawara relies on his experience, trying to find an advantage over the rookie, but Mona doesn't give him a chance to settle. She counters with a brutal combination straight to the jaw, sending Gawara to the canvas. Sensing the end, Mona keeps her distance and throws a perfectly timed combination, landing a right hook that breaks through Gawara's guard and knocks down the veteran. 1 minute and 32 seconds into the first round, and the fight was over. The audience barely had time to react before it was over, but the internet was about to go wild, and this was just the beginning. The video started spreading across the internet almost immediately after his debut. And it wasn't just the knockout that caught people's attention, but also the way he moved. Fans started comparing her to Chun from Street Fighter, the most iconic female fighter in video game history. And it wasn't hard to see why. The lightning-fast kicks delivered with perfect balance, the ability to dominate rounds with her legs, and the double bun hairstyle. Everything fit. The comparison blew up on social media. Even the American rapper 50 Cent commented on it, calling her the real-life Chun-Li. It fit perfectly, and the nickname stuck instantly. Mona accepted the comparison completely, using it in interviews, on social media, and as part of her character in the ring. She took a casual comparison and turned it into a true brand identity, and her legs are absolutely unpredictable. Most fighters throw jabs with their hands. Mona throws kicks with the same speed and frequency. Her legs have become an extension of her arms. Just 2 months after her debut, Mona Kimura faced Yuka Namiki, former NJKF Minerva Mini Flyweight champion. The fight went the distance, and for the first time, the audience got to see the real-life Chun-Li in action. Mona Kimura continued to showcase her classic Chun-Li style, using her leg as her main and fastest weapon, a strategy that Yuka Namiki couldn't find an answer to. Kimura used her signature one-legged stance to create confusion, leaving Yuka practically immobilized before following up with her strikes. Yuka seemed unable to find answers to her short-range kicks and was often caught at a distance, within reach of Kimura's kicks. In the end, all three judges gave the victory to Mona Kimura, marking another dominant win for the rookie Kimura and a fan base that was growing day by day. By the time June 2025 arrived, the nickname had become world famous, but with fame come tougher challenges. Satoko Ozawa was 40 years old, a veteran who had lived through more fight nights than most fighters could ever dream of. And she was ready to test every last detail of the rising star. Mona controlled the first round, using her signature kicks to keep Ozawa at bay before she could find her footing. Although known for her kicks, Kimura demonstrated high-level boxing skills inherited from her past as a former national boxing champion. She threw precise jabs that caused visible cuts on Ozawa's face. Even though Ozawa tried to use a Dracula guard to protect her face, Kimura managed to break through the defense with her precise kicks. In the second round, the damage became too severe. After the ringside doctor examined the cut on Ozawa's forehead, the fight briefly resumed. But Kimura landed another hard straight left, which led the referee to stop the fight. Technical knockout and doctor's stoppage for the real-life Chun-Li in the second round. The veteran who was supposed to test the young star didn't make it to the third round. 3 fights, 2 wins by KO. Today she remains undefeated. But Mona Kimura still hadn't finished proving her worth. April 11th, 2026. Mona Kimura stepped onto the most important stage of her young career to face South Korea's Eunji Choi, champion of Max FC. With an international championship title under her belt and something to prove against the most viral fighter in Japan. The stadium audience knew what they came for, and Mona delivered. Mona gave it her all. The kicks, the footwork, the punch combinations, her intelligence in the ring. She used repeated side kicks to prevent Choi from closing the distance or establishing a rhythm. When Choi tried to get closer, Kimura used sharp right hands and counterattacks to stop her momentum, and one of those strikes caused a noticeable injury to her nose. Kimura maintained high pressure throughout the fight, using his special control of distance to make it difficult for Choi to land her combinations. At the end of the fourth round, the judges unanimously awarded the victory to Mona Kimura. Commentators and the media described her performance as a spectacle, highlighting her unique style and speed, which resembled those of Chun, the video game character. Mona Kimura is now on a 4-fight winning streak, with no losses. And the girl who started training kickboxing just a few months before her debut is now at the center of Japan's biggest promotions, and the undefeated fighter, with everyone watching her. She doesn't just look like Chun, she fights like her, she wins like her, and she's only 25 years old. From a quiet city in Gifu, Mona Kimura didn't have it easy in this sport. She trained for 7 months and then joined one of the most respected promotions in Japan and started knocking out her opponents. 4 fights, 4 victories. She hasn't lost a single professional fight since then, and her story is far from over. Japan, Japan.